Yeah, I'm wearing a hat. Do I care? No. Why am I wearing a hat? Because my hair looks like complete shit right now. And do I care that I look like a douche? No. So how's it going, guys? Fuck, man. A couple weeks ago, I asked you guys to ask me questions, and then I never got around to answering the questions. I'm really bad at that kind of shit. Long week. It's long couple of weeks, I guess you could say. It's been a long couple of weeks. But I figure, fuck it, let's get to this now. We just hit 1,500 subscribers, which is pretty damn cool. And then we gained some, and then we lost some when YouTube did their whole subscriber purge thing that they do every once in a while. But hey, 1,500, that's pretty fucking awesome. So we're going to answer some of these questions in no particular order. So let's just get on with it now, because there's a lot of questions, and this is probably going to take a while. So let's just get on. So Toby Bliss asks, what are the top 10 worst movies that you've ever seen? I'm probably going to do a video for that, because it's very subjective, right? Like, the movies that I think are total cancer, other people might not think are total cancer, you know? Some people might like them, some people don't. It's so, like, you know how many comments I get on my Reptilian video, or my Yongari 1999? You know how many comments I get on that video with people saying that that movie's good? No, that movie's not good. That movie's a fucking piece of absolute garbage. But people seem to like it. So, you know, like I said, it's very subjective, so I'll do a video on its own for that. So I'll get to that someday. Jeremy Chambers asks, what are your thoughts on Are You Super Serial's skits on their channel? Who the fuck is Are You Super Serial? Who's that? I don't know. Should I know who they are? If they're a prank channel, I don't give a shit. At all. I hate prank channels. So if they do that kind of stuff, don't care. BioPhoenix asks, what's a game or a game series you would like to see get a full remake? That one's easy. There's two. The first one that comes to mind is Dino Crisis, because I love Dino Crisis, man, and I really feel like Dino Crisis 3 is just what a sad fucking way to end a series. You can't leave it at Dino Crisis 3. And then the other one is very obvious. It's Onimusha. Onimusha is one of my favorite game franchises of all time, and there hasn't been one in the series since Dawn of Dreams, which was like, I don't know, 2004 or something like that on the PS2. Like, why? I don't understand. It's not like Onimusha was a bad series. Like, with Dino Crisis 3, that was a garbage game. So the series was good, and then it got shitty. But with Onimusha 4, that was a great game. Dawn of Dreams was a great game. The whole series was great. So I don't understand why that series has never come back. Bring back Onimusha. Give us HD remasters. I don't care. I would like a full sequel, but I'm totally fine with an HD remaster if that's what you gotta do. Just give it to us. Next question by Ty Lord Stevenson is, what are your favorite movie and game soundtracks? Also, what is your next big goal in life after you finish losing all the weight you can? To answer the first question, for my favorite movie and video game soundtracks, that one's really hard, because there's like music that I really love from like a nostalgic point of view, and then there's soundtracks that are just incredible. For video games, I think it's some of the obvious ones, like Final Fantasy VII, Ocarina of Time, you know, stuff like that for nostalgic purposes. But I think recently, the best soundtrack that I've heard in a long time, in my personal opinion, there's two of them. Nier Automata had a fucking incredible soundtrack. Like, there was not a bad song on that entire soundtrack. And I don't know if you can see it up there, but Persona 5 had, damn, just damn, that was a whoa. It's really too bad they didn't include the full soundtrack in that special edition. They only include like the selections of. But damn, was that ever a good soundtrack. So recent games, Nier Automata and Persona 5. Older ones, you know, Ocarina of Time, Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil 3. Yeah, there's just a ton. As for movies, I don't know, man. Anything by John Williams tends to be great. So Star Wars, Jaws, obviously, the soundtrack for Jaws, Jurassic Park. Recently, Mad Max Fury Road that movie had a damn good soundtrack. So I'd say Fury Road. I don't know. The Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions, as much as people like to crap on those movies, had some damn good music. Especially Neo Damarang, the music that plays during the final battle between Neo and Smith. Whew. It's fucking good. So that's probably more of a difficult or a more elongated answer to you. You get it. Alright, next question is by Andrew Stumpf. What's your favorite out of the Jaws sequels, and what are your thoughts on Pacific Rim Uprising if you've seen it yet? Clearly this is an older, I asked these questions a while ago. Pacific Rim Uprising, okay, there's a review up on my channel for it already. Of the Jaws sequels, Jaws 2, and I haven't done Jaws 4 yet for a review for Jaws 4, but you guys already know my opinions on Jaws 3, because that review's up. Jaws 2 reviews is up, so yeah, Jaws 2 is the only good Jaws sequel. Blade Bloody asks, Q&A, would you smash your ex for $1 million? Dude, I'd stick my dick in a barracuda for $1 million. You kidding me? You could do a lot. You could do a lot with $1 million, man. It's like, what, a minute of horror, a minute of just agony for $1 million? Yeah. Maybe not stick my dick in a barracuda. I think that'd be a bit much. I am. I still don't know if I fucked that up or not. How's your day? Today's alright. Ketchup or catsup? What's up? No, Ketchum. Ass Ketchup. Ash Ketchum. When I was younger, I used to call Ash Ketchum. I used to call him Ass Ketchup. I don't know why. Should they revamp the Pink Panther? No, they did that already. It fucking sucked. The ones with Steve Martin? No, leave it alone. Have you played Steel Harbinger from the PlayStation 1? No. I think I've heard of it though. Probably not. I don't know. No, I haven't. What is it? Is it a shooter, like a shoot 'em up, or is it like an arcade, like a Zone of the Enders type thing, or is it just a shoot? I don't know. No, I haven't heard of it, nor have I played it. If it's good, I'll play it. William Lowry asks, another Q&A? Yeah, I run out of ideas pretty quickly. Here goes nothing. Number 1. Have you ever played any of the Earth Defense Force games? Those seem to be right up your alley. No, I have not. I saw them a lot in the video store when I was younger, in Blockbuster, but I don't know. I never got around. I never played them. My tastes in gaming back then were very, very, you know, like it was either shooter or racing or horror. It wasn't really in between anything else. But yeah, I've wanted to play them for a while, so I'll get to them someday. 2, how big is your film collection? It's not, I'd say I've probably got, I have allergies, so my nose is itchy as hell right now, so I'm trying to just endure this. I think if you combine my Blu-rays, my DVDs, and my laser discs, I've got probably 500 movies. I don't know. When I actually have, all my shit's in storage right now, and I would like to do videos just showing off the entire collection, because I've got quite a bit of stuff. Some of it's rare. I've been collecting for a couple of years now. A few years. About 4 or 5 years now. So I've got quite a bit of stuff and I want to talk about it in detail. But my film collection is substantial, but it's not enormous. There's obviously much bigger ones out there. And 3, what are your thoughts on the Return of the Living Dead series? And if someone were to revive the series, what would you like to be done? You don't really need to redo. Alright, look, Return of the Living Dead, I love that movie. That's one of my favorite zombie movies of all time. It's funny, it's gory, the music is awesome as fuck. It's a great movie, I love it. I haven't seen any of the other Return of the Living Deads except for 3. I think I've seen Return of the Living Dead 3. Is that the one where the girlfriend comes back to life? She's got like spikes all over her body. I remember renting that from a video store once. I don't remember it at all. I'm actually planning for Frighttober for this year. It's going to be a month of zombie movies, I think is what I'm going to do, and for that month of zombie movies, 5 of the reviews are the Return of the Living Dead series. So the first one, the second, third, fourth, fifth. I haven't actually seen any of them besides 1 and 3. And I've heard awful things about 4 and 5. So I'm not looking forward to that at all. Old School Media asks, what's your favorite RPG? Mine is Dragon Quest. One more question, what is the weirdest movie you've ever seen? Actually, the review will probably be up this week. Weird movie that I've seen. Weirdest movie that I've seen. Enter the Void, maybe? Yeah, maybe Enter the Void. That's a fucking... I don't even know. That one, or one that I'm going to be reviewing this week, called Jigoku, The Sinners of Hell. That's fucking... I don't know. Or the Yokai. There's a lot of weird movies, man. As for my favorite RPG series, see, there's like a nostalgic thing, and then there's not nostalgia. Like, If we're going by nostalgia, Final Fantasy VII, because that was the first RPG I ever played, or the first RPG that I got really into, because I had played, before that I had played Evo, The Search for Eden on the Super Nintendo, and I loved that, but that's not a traditional RPG. But the one that I grew up with was Final Fantasy VII. So from my past, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite RPG. Recently, probably Persona 5. Persona 4 and 5. Both those games are incredible. And it's very difficult for me to tell which one I like more. But yeah, Persona 4 and 5 are both masterpieces that are on like an equal level to me. I can play those games countless times. And like no games, aside from Persona 4 and 5, have made me feel bad that it ended. Like, you spend so much time with the characters in those games that by the time the credits roll, you feel like you've lost a friend, and it's just so depressing. But God, those games are incredible. Goddamn, Token Dave, you have a lot of questions. My mic's all fucked up, man. Turn towards me. I apologize if that shows up on the camera, whatever. Alright, first question. Since yesterday was Easter, have you seen Night of the Lepus? No. That's... fuck, man. Did I really ask these questions at Easter? Oh. I suck. Why didn't I get these faster? Damn, it's been a long time. Who do you think would be hotter if they got it on? Syl from Species and Lisa Trevor. Or Alexia. I assume you mean Alexia from Resident Evil Code Veronica. And Xenomorph Clone Ripley. Okay, when you say Xenomorph Clone Ripley, are you talking about just Ripley from Alien Resurrection? Because she was technically a clone. Or are you referring to that thing that was on the table that she finds that looks all fucked up and is like, kill me, and she burns it? Is that what you're talking about? Because if that's the case, damn. Alexia and that Xenomorph? Fucking. That's bullshit. No, that's gross. Honestly, probably Syl and Lisa Trevor. Just because Lisa's got tentacles? I don't fucking know. You guys ask me weird questions. Who did you enjoy playing more as in Resident Evil 2, Leon or Claire? Claire. I've always liked Claire more. I don't know. I mean, I like them both, but Claire's just... I feel like Leon's oversaturated a little bit. I love Resident Evil, don't get me wrong, but Leon's in everything, man. Resident Evil 2, 4, 6, all three of the animated movies. Like, just give it a... let Claire get some love a little bit, alright? Just... give Rebecca some love, man. She's only been in 3 of the things. What did you like more, Resident Evil Code Veronica or Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil 4. Easily. Just Resident Evil 4 is a much better gaming experience. I love the story of Code Veronica, and I like Code Veronica, but I don't know, like the thing, like if I had to choose one right now, I'd choose Resident Evil 4. There's a reason Resident Evil 4 is considered one of the greatest games of all time. That game just, like, it's perfect. It's a perfect masterpiece. So yeah, Resident Evil 4. Hey Colton, it's coming close to a year since I've been following you and your stuff is incredible. Also, your weight loss appearance has been remarkable. How much have you lost thus far? Thank you. Has it already been a year since you found my channel? Damn. 190 pounds so far is how much I've lost. When I started losing weight, I was 450 pounds. Right now I'm at 260. So I've lost 190 pounds. I've been stuck at 260 for a long time now. I need to figure some shit out. I need to like cut my calories, cut my carb. I don't know what I need to do. Change some shit up because I've been stuck at 260 since the beginning of last year, or since like December of last year. So I need to figure some shit out. But yeah, I've lost 190 pounds so far. I got 60 more to go. My goal is 200. Next question: Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 or Indominus Rex from Jurassic World. Forgive the spelling outside, and it's snowing. What does snowing have to do with how you butchered Spinosaurus? Shit, now I'm calling it Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus, for nostalgic reasons. Look, Jurassic Park 3 gets way worse of a rap than it deserves. Jurassic Park 3 is not a bad movie. I don't get why everybody treats it like it's the worst thing since cancer. It's not. I'm gonna review it before Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom comes out, but yeah, Jurassic Park 3 is not nearly as bad as everybody makes it out to be. So yeah, the Spinosaurus I prefer. And last question, not counting the first 2 movies, which of the Alien flicks are your favorite? Alien 3 was just depressing, miserable fucking... Alien Resurrection was dumb. AVP. Does that count? Yeah, that counts. It's an Alien movie. So yeah, other than the first 2, I'd say Alien vs. Predator. Even though it was directed by who the fuck's Dahl? Paul W.S. Anderson, who I fucking hate because he ruined the Resident Evil franchise. But hey, yeah, AVP. Next questions are from Mando1771. Number 1, what movie confuses you? A movie you think is just okay, but movie critics and the movie-going audience really like the movie. Lord of the Rings. I think this question got asked last time, actually. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I don't get it. I've tried watching them so many times. Fellowship of the Ring I fell asleep at during twice. And then I bought the extended cuts, and I was like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch these Lord of the Rings movies, and I'm going to fucking appreciate them. And I think I made it through the extended editions of Fellowship of the Ring and Two Towers, and then I got halfway through Return of the King, and I was like, I can't fucking, this movie's boring. They're just so, I don't get it. I understand that they're like, they were groundbreaking at the time. They still look amazing. I don't know, man. I just don't like Lord of the Rings. 2, are you familiar with Red Letter Media? Yeah, I haven't watched their videos other than the Plinky's, or Plinkett, whatever his name is. Plinkett's Empire, or not Empire, fucking, what's that fucking first shitty Star Wars movie called? Phantom Menace, his review. 3, have you ever seen a movie so incompetently bad that you couldn't believe that it even got made? Yeah, movie 43. Yeah. Have you seen movie 43? It's that one where it's like a bunch of like big name actors and like a bunch of fucking holy fuck. I can't believe that exists. I can't believe that shit. 4, what movie do you consider a hidden gem that people should know more about? I've reviewed it already. Sweet Home. The movie that inspired the game that inspired Resident Evil. Yeah, the Sweet Home movie is really good, and it's criminally underrated. Everybody talks about the game, but nobody ever talks about the movie. I've reviewed it already. If you haven't seen that review, check it out. That movie was really good. Really good. That's one that I really want like to get like a Blu-ray release or something. It's not going to. It's never been released outside Laserdisc in Japan. But fuck, that's a good movie. I think more people need to see that one. So yeah, Sweet Home. There's countless other ones, but the first one that comes to mind is Sweet Home. Alright, next question is from Joe Black 209. With Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah confirmed, I think, yes, they are confirmed for the next movie. What monster would you like to see in the future in the American Godzilla movie? Mine is Mechagodzilla. Destroyer. Probably. Yeah, Destroyer. I mean, Mechagodzilla you could make work, but I think the only way you could make Mechagodzilla work is if you interconnect the worlds of Pacific Rim with Godzilla. Because I can't see them bringing Mechagodzilla into the American movies the way they are now, because the new MonsterVerse is very grounded in like reality, and I think Mechagodzilla would be a little out there. So I think if you were gonna bring Mechagodzilla into the franchise, you would need to bring in Pacific Rim first, and you would have to have them cross over, because it would make sense for Godzilla. What would he be, like a category 10 or some shit, kaiju, to show up, and then the only way for them to defeat Godzilla is for the humans to build a Jaeger that's big enough to fight Godzilla. And what's that Jaeger? Mechagodzilla. It makes sense. But I mean, just from a nostalgic point of view, probably Destroyer, because he's fucking awesome. Him or Biollante, whatever how the fuck you pronounce his name. Oh shit, did you see Mechagodzilla in Ready Player One? Yeah, I saw I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen clips of him. He looked okay. I mean, he looked cool. I mean, it was cool to see Godzilla in Ready Player One, but all I saw was the picture, right? I'm sure in the movie it looked way cooler, but I've only seen the picture, and he looked decent. He looked like a cross between the Kiryu from the new ones and the older one. Alright, next question. Oh, it's from Joe Black again. Have you ever seen the NES Godzilla creepypasta? No, I have not. I've seen pictures of it, because if you Google Godzilla NES, the first thing that shows up in the Google image search is all that creepypasta shit. Because I was trying to find pictures for thumbnails for reviews, and all I was seeing was creepypasta stuff. So no, I haven't. I'm not big into creepypastas that are based on games, because it's just not scary to me. Like the whole Ben Drowned thing, from like the Cursed Majora's Mask, and like the Pokemon Black, or Pokemon Black. They just don't freak me out. If I'm gonna read creepypastas, the burp tasted like fish. That was disgusting. If I'm gonna read creepypastas, I want to read ones that are a little more grounded in reality. Ones that like the slit mouth woman is one that's always freaked me out. Next question from the 0311.usmc.veteran. If you had unlimited resources at your disposal, what would your ideal Godzilla movie to make? Enemy, monsters, characters, music, and locations confirmed. What's a Godzilla movie that hasn't been done yet? Let's go Cyberpunk. Fuck it. Yeah. Honestly, the tone that they took with Shin Godzilla is the tone that I would take. I wouldn't have Godzilla look the same. But actually, you know what? No, Godzilla versus Gamera. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that first. If I had unlimited resources, Godzilla versus Gamera. Oh fuck, that would be great. That would be awesome. I'd get the music done by who's a good composer that could do the music for that? John Williams would be the first to come to mind, but yeah, I mean, he probably wouldn't. Hans Zimmer probably do an incredible musical score. Yeah, so just monsters, Gamera and Godzilla. Characters, who gives a shit? I don't watch these movies for the human characters, I watch them for the monsters. As long as Godzilla and Gamera are in there, then who cares? Is by Salty Gamer, this should be good. Is Jumin Han is gay? What the did you have a stroke? While you were asking me? Oh god. Your dumb is rubbing off on me. Not a question, more of a challenge. Give us your best Godzilla roar impression. Don't be a pussy, fam. No. How about that? Tell you what, you do one, because you never go on camera. You fucker. You're never on camera. You do one, and then I'll do one. You do one first, you post it on your public YouTube channel, and then I'll do one. Holding you to it, dude. You do it and I'll do it. Next question, Super Joe Dude Guy. I've got some random questions for curiosity's sake. What are some of your biggest pet peeves in movies / least favorite cliches in movies? Jump scares. Jump scares in movies that explain too much. Like when something happens and then right after a character is like, whoa, then this happened, and then you're like, oh, well, we fucking get it. You don't need to explain it to us. Like, especially movies that, like, something happens or something is currently happening that's very obvious, and then there's like a narration by the main character over what's happening, like explaining to us what's I don't need to know that shit. And as for pet peeves, yeah, jump scares, I hate them. What are some of the oldest movies you've seen? King Kong, probably. Yeah, the original King Kong, 1933. That's probably the oldest movie I've ever watched. I've seen movies from, you know, 40s, 50s, 60s, every year, but I don't think I've gone past 30s. So 1933 is, yeah, probably the oldest movie I've watched is King Kong. What are the names of your favorite books? World War Z, I love the book. Movie was okay, but I love the book for World War Z. Stephen King's Cell. Fucking, the movie sucked ballsack, but that book is great. The Ultimate Zombie Survival Guide by the same guy that wrote Max Brooks, same guy that wrote World War Z. I don't read a lot, but when I do, you know, I mean, I read manga a lot, but when it comes to normal books, not so much. The Resin Evil novelizations are pretty great. What are some movies you liked as a kid but dislike now, and vice versa? Return of the Dinosaurs. I think that was like the first movie review that I did that was in this new style that I have. Yeah, Return of the Dinosaurs. I loved that as a kid, and then when I tried to watch it like a year ago, holy shit, was that ever a miserable shitload of fuck. As for movies that I dislike as a kid but like now, anything serious, man. I mean, when I was a kid, unless it had monsters in it, I didn't care. I didn't really appreciate, like Titanic. When I was a kid, I didn't like Titanic. I liked the last half of Titanic when the ship's sinking. But as I got older, I appreciate the movie as a movie. It's a good movie. So yeah, there's like certain movies that I loved now that, you know, I would not have watched as a kid. Just because they would have been too boring to me and I didn't appreciate them. So yeah, there's quite a few. Next question is from Moth Marauder. What are your thoughts on the Ratchet and Clank video game series? They're good. I don't think they're not like my top tier, but I just like a couple weeks ago I finished playing the PS4 remake of the first game and I loved it. The Ratchet and Clank games are fun, you know. They're just not, you know, I'm not a huge diehard Ratchet and Clank fan, but they're fun games. Do you like the Borderlands games? Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Though I haven't spent a whole lot of time in the pre-sequel, but I loved Borderlands 2. I have put a ridiculous amount of time into Borderlands 2. That's one of the most well-written, funniest games I think I've ever played in my entire life. The next question is from Punk Emo Galaxy. Name change, I see. If you had a chance to go back in time and make the Resident Evil movies, what would you do? For example, what characters would you choose? What would be the plot? You cannot just redo the plot from the games. It's my rule and I'm sticking to it. Fuck you. See, I mean, ideally, Well, I can't redo the fucking plot, so I can't just do the first Resident Evil, right? Because that's what my ideal Resident Evil movie would be, was the first game, just in movie form. You know what? I'm gonna say, if I went back and did a Resident Evil movie and I'm not allowed to follow the plots from the games, I'd probably do like the fall of Raccoon City. Like after the events of the first game and the virus is spread into the city. Like that initial infection, like as the zombies start to arrive, as the virus starts to spread through Raccoon City. I think that would be, because I've always loved movies and games where you get to see it happening as it's happening, like the beginning of Dead Space 2 when the ship is going to absolute shit and you're seeing everything happening. I love that. Not enough movies do it. Every movie and game that you see, it always starts after the world has ended. I want to see it during, you know? So yeah, I'd say that. And it's quite also, what is this huge lump on my balls? You got cancer, boss. You got cancer. I'm also not a doctor. Who knows? You could have an apple in there. You could have fucking walnut in your balls. I don't know. Maybe it's just your balls. Did you ever think of that? Next question is from SpookyBones224. Do you have an Instagram? Yes, I do. It's at the end of the videos, I think. It's Colton West Reviews yeah, Colton West Reviews on Instagram. Yeah. Does this ever happen to you when you're pissing at the zoo and a hippo walks in? Can't say it does, man. I can't say it does. Now, when we say hippo, are we talking about a big fat dude, or are we just talking about a hippo? I don't know what fuck kind of zoo you're hanging out with, but that kind of shit happens. Kiryu904 says, have you ever considered making a video about how you create your movie and game reviews? Yes, I have, and I will do that at some point if enough people want to see it. I mean, there's not a whole lot that goes into it. I mean, there's a lot of... yeah, I'll get to that. I'll do a video about that. Yeah, I will at some point. Thomas Caprera? Thomas Caprera. Are you still in the process of reviewing any retro films? And if you're up for it, would you be cool if the YouTube community voted on a movie for you to review? Yeah, I'm always reviewing retro movies. I probably never stop. Yeah, I'll never stop. Retro movies is where it's at. One of the things that annoys me the most about YouTube is when I go to YouTube and I type in movie review, and then because I'm always looking for new movie review channels, and there's not enough of them. At least ones that do the kind of stuff I do, like talk about obscure movies and stuff like that. But when I go to YouTube and I type in movie review and I type in upload, like I tried it yesterday, every fucking review is Infinity War. I think there was one review that was for some random horror movie, but every other video for rows and it's like Infinity War. Like, yeah, like what kind of... The day that the Infinity War came out, I reviewed Tremor 6. It's just, you know, like, yeah, I'm always going to review the obscure retro stuff. As for the community vote, I don't know how you do that. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I mean, I know some YouTube channels have the ability to post, like, text on the subscription wall. I don't. So I don't know how I do a poll, other than Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. Colt West Reviews, I think. Yeah, Colt West Reviews. It's always in the bottom. It's always in the description and down below. But yeah, I think if I was going to do a vote, it would probably be on Twitter. On my Patreon, yeah, I'm gonna pimp my Patreon a little bit here because I never do. One of the reward tiers is that you get to choose which movie I review for that month, or one of the movies that I review for that month. Like you pick, and then I make it a priority. Because I'm always getting asked, will you review this movie? Will you review it? It's like, yeah, I'll add it to the list. Like, if I'm asked, I will add it to the list, and I'll get to it eventually. It will get, when that eventuality is, I don't know. It could be a year from now. It could be 2 years. I don't know. It's not a high priority. But that reward tier on my Patreon is like, you tell me what movie or game you want reviewed, and then I will put it right at the top. Like, that becomes like priority number one. But as for voting, yeah, I don't know. Twitter's the only way I know how to do that. Next question is from Marmalade Pizza. That's a great name. What is the worst movie you've ever seen, and do you like pickles? I actually have no idea why I said the thing with the pickles. Yeah, I like pickles. I like pickles a lot, man, especially on keto, because they're like super sugar. They're not sugar, but they're like, when you're on keto, you need your salt. You just be pissed constantly when we're on keto, and one of the best ways to get your salt, pickles. As for the worst movie you've ever seen, I think it honestly might be Movie 43 or Scary Movie 5. Just any, in general, those parody movies are just the fucking worst, man. Silver Music Box asks, is there an anime you would love to see get made into a game? What company would make it, and how would it play? An anime that would get turned into a game? Huh. It's a fucking hard one, actually. Like right off the top of my head, I want to say Evangelion, but there are Evangelion games. Of course, they've never come out in North America, but they exist. I don't know, man. High School of the Dead, I'd like to see turned into a horror game, I think. Yeah. Visual novel, maybe. Shit, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, High School of the Dead visual novel. I don't fucking... Who would make it? I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird one. That's a hard one. I mean, I could name anime that I want to see turned into a movie, maybe, but an anime into a game? I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with High School of the Dead as a visual novel. Or maybe... No. That doesn't count either. Fuck, yeah. I'm just gonna go with my... Yeah. Next question is from DaptorRaptor47. What's one YouTuber you like and another you hate? The ones I hate are just... Like, I don't really hate anybody. Well, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Those two, I hate them. Rice Gum. You know. Just the dickhead channels, I don't like them. As for the YouTuber I like, there's a few. One of the first that comes to mind is James Rolfe, Cinemassacre, The Angry Video Game Nerd. JonTron, iDubbbz, H3H3. There's quite a few. Those are just the ones that come to mind first. Would you do a dinosaur movie series review soon? Would you do a dinosaur movie review series soon? What do you mean by like a month of dinosaur movies? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm gonna be reviewing the Jurassic Park movies before the new movie comes out, and I've still got Carnosaur 2 and 3 to review. Is that what you're referring to? What is your favorite Godzilla monster? Aside from Godzilla, probably Destroyer. Yeah, I've always really liked Destroyer. Who do you think will win in Godzilla vs. King Kong 2020? Probably Godzilla. Let's be honest. Probably Godzilla. Of the two names, Godzilla's the bigger of the two. Can you be... If you can be any kaiju, what will it be and why? I don't want to be a kaiju. I feel like a weird dude asked me the same question because he said something about relating to King Kong as a sexual deviant or some shit. I don't know. As a kaiju, what would I want to be? Godzilla. Just stomp the shit out of people. What's your favorite video game? Yeah, Ocarina of Time. Either Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time or Persona 4 and 5. I can't say... I can't pick between 4 and 5 because 4 and 5 are both on the same level to me. Next question is... Cinema reviews. Your mom gay? That may be true, but I know yours isn't. Yeah. All night long. So I think it's all of them. Yeah, I think we got them all. Alright. That was fun. A little enlightening. Hope you guys know a little bit more about me. I'm sorry that took me so long to get to. Like I said, it's been a long week. A long couple weeks. Things haven't been going as according to plan. You know. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. More movie reviews coming. What am I talking about anymore? Who cares?